All right, people, it's your host, your man, Brand, back here with the first episode of Central Class. Clap it up for you, know what I'm saying? Clap it up for your boy, clap it up for your boy, you feel me? Yeah. 2021. Does someone have a receipt for that? So I can return it? Because it ain't starting to look worth it for me. I'm not gonna cap. Like, it's just, 2021 is just not it. It's really not it. Like, it's already, what? It's the 8th day. It's the 8th day. 2 days ago, we just had a riot on Capitol. In the Capitol, Washington, D.C., where the Senate didn't go to vote. And white people just going to storm the place with no guns fired, no nothing. One lady died. RIP to her family. No, wait. RIP to her. Rest in hope her family's doing well. It's a horrible tragedy. But come on now. Come on now. If there's more people like me to go marching up to Capitol Hill, I wouldn't even make it past the first step. That's true. Because they're going to have whole military guard blocking the whole way. Like, for what? Like, we having a peaceful protest. They're having a riot. It's obvious that they are pro-Trump. They supporting Trump. So Trump's name is on the thing. Whether he likes it or not, his name is on the thing. He caused this. He basically asked for this. Hey guys, I'm not gonna let y'all have $600. I want $2,000. Okay. Just suppose like, yeah, we stand by him. We stand with him. And Trump ain't saying nothing. Okay. But I'm actually thankful for this. 2020 and 2021 has been helpful in the vision of everybody of color and every minority. Because this basically shows to what America truly is. Like, no bullshit, no nothing. This is straight raw America. Ain't nobody can say America is great. Nobody can say that. Since when was America great? We're always in wars. Either wars with other country or war with ourselves. Segregation, slavery, women's rights. And the list goes on and on and on. This is 2021, 12:13 p.m. January 8th. And we still kind of got that. Just in like hidden parts. But now the whole light has been showing out. How many times do we have to tell y'all? It is not fair for us. And it may never be fair for us. As long as the people running the show does not look like us. We just had the first black person. What? Georgia just had the first black representative. First black one. This is 2021. We already had a black president. Why is it taking so long? I don't understand. What are we doing that's so wrong? What are we doing that is not right? Because I remember when Obama, even though I was stupid and young, I remember when Obama got inaugurated. We was lit. We was like, hey, yo. This is what we can do. But guess who's still running the show? The Republicans. They looked at the amount of stress that they put on him. The man was working. You can just tell it in his face when he left. He was like, oh my God. Hey, yo, Trump, you know you're terrible, but take it, bro. Take it, because I can't take it no more. And the man still going behind the scenes, doing better than the actual president. First second, I thought Obama was the president. I was like, yo, this orange dude cannot be the president still. We still on that? We still in that? Since when? Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this to ourselves? No, I don't deserve it. I know my kids and their kids don't deserve it. So either we finish this now or we just never finish it. Because how many years has it been since America has been around? And how many years has it been since the same problem still goes about? Oh my God. 2021 has not been perfect. It's only been 8 days. This 8 days are all it took for just to be like, hey yo, I quit. I'm done. But let's have a recap on 2020. Okay. We started in the very beginning. It was all smooth and cool. Everybody's like, yo, 2020 finna be the year. What nobody ever talked about was like, yo, what is 2020 going to be the year of? You had the coronavirus starting in March. So by my birthday in May, we was all fine. We was straight. We was cool. You know, I turned 20. We was lit. In December, we was lit. I had all my cousins over in this tiny room. Well, it's not tiny, but you know, it ain't got the most space. But we still fit 8 kids in here. We was lit. That was my favorite Christmas. Knowing that the next Christmas won't be the same. Like, come on now. I mean, I'm lucky I got the chance to visit outside the country before coronavirus hit. Well, it was like lingering. It was in China. Like, we all knew it was in China, affecting them, but it wasn't affecting us, so we didn't care about it. So I went to London. It was straight cool. You know what I'm saying? One Asian dude wore a mask. Now, I didn't think anything about it. I thought he was just trying to protect himself, but everybody's like, hey, yo, fam, what you doing? What you doing here? I got kids. I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute. I remember I was in London on the news. It said that this one, I think it wasn't a yacht. It was like this one boat. I forgot what it was. Had to stop because everybody had coronavirus on it. Stop where it's at. That everybody had to quarantine. And next thing you know, that skyrocketed. Everybody got it now. You know, thank God I have never had any symptoms, so I never had to be tested. No, most recent person in the family had to be tested negative, so that's kind of a positive for everybody else. But it doesn't help me because, you know, I still have a 9-to-5 job. This is not no permanent thing, which I would hope. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can like hook me up, hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't perfect. And I do live in Georgia, so the majority of them are gonna be white. It's just demographic over here. And they're not required to wear a mask. So if you come in and you leave testing positive, you can't blame my job because they're like, hey, you kind of came in here with that risk, you know. Now, I will not say where I work at or where I am at, but man, I mean, I don't know if I can say this. Hopefully, I don't know. One person tested positive at my job. Now, fortunately, I was not around any time that he was there. But even then, he was still in the building. He could have contaminated something. But no one else has symptoms. So we can't just go into the office thinking that we have it. Or if we do have it, you know what I'm saying? It's terrible. And I'm about to just move into my new place. You know, 2020 has been a ride for everybody. And I'm just 20 years old, about to turn 21 in May. A couple months. Even my dad caught the vaccine. I'm not really sure what the plan is for that, but if it works, it works. Thank God. So we could be out of here. But it's been difficult for everybody my age, just because most people my age want to, you know, the moment they hit 20, they're like, hey, yo, we out, we free, we lit. Unless you already in college, then, you know, we about to enjoy our life, enjoy what we do. I'm about to turn 21. We finna be lit up in here, okay? But now we got shut down right in the middle of it. Right before the hype came, everybody had to come home. Most people was depressed just because they had to do schoolwork at home. Then it's like, oh God. I went from a straight A student to, I ain't gonna say my results, but you know, it was a kind of a drastic change, okay? Then next thing you know, we had killings like Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, even I forgot his name, I'm sorry, but the kid that was running, that didn't make it worse. And knowing the area that I'm in, that I could be the next Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. Even then, I had some dude coming to look for me at my job. I'm like, for what? Because of a misunderstanding between him and this girl. Apparently, I was involved when I didn't even do anything. He came looking for me. He wanted to start trouble. Tell me I'll pull up in my yard. Like, first of all, okay. Now, obviously, as you can tell, I'm not that kind of dude. I'm not like a, hey, what's up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. Not even in the slightest. I don't even like to pretend to be like that or anything like that. I will hold my own if it so happens to come to that time, but God willing, it don't have to. But yeah, it's been a time for everybody, and mental health has been shown to be very important to everybody now. Not just in that, but also in let's say men's feelings, basically. Like, men's mental health has shown to be quite in a drastic decline in the recent years, and now it's just being shown out because everybody else is bored. So like, hey, what else we gonna look at? Then we kind of see the true colors of everybody. But I think this is what came most important in this. My mental health was not in the greatest because school is not really my thing. I know I will have to do it. Not necessarily have to, but though education is very important, I do believe in that. But how we go to get education, it should not be that important. There's no way I actually spend $20,000 just to receive education in one place and then the other place it'd be $5,000. Why does it have to be even $5,000? Like, come on, bro. Education was free up until now. What do you think? I just started getting up money. Like, I couldn't even work. I only worked my senior year, and like kind of in the middle of that. It wasn't like, no, I started early, so I built up my money early before any bills came, so I came prepared. And then you gotta look at, okay, in the location that I'm in, I will need a car to go to work. So depending on the car, it's gonna be down payment. We're gonna look at that. Okay, not everybody has family that's gonna be available just to drop you off at work and pick you up and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you will need your own mode of transportation, which that also includes insurance. Now, I don't know about for anybody else, but after my brother's first accident, holy Lord Jesus. When I tell you car insurance skyrocketed, I was like, oh my God. $1,000 a month on two 17-year-olds? I don't know if that's discrimination or what. But even my other coworkers, they got like 3 accidents. The dude's car insurance is $400. What? That's crazy. That's real crazy. I mean, it's just, oh my God. But it's okay though. We came out unscathed. That's the price we had to pay, so we paid it. $500 for me and my brother. I have a twin brother, by the way. I know everybody's like, twin? Yes, I do have a twin brother. Don't worry about it. We're all fraternal. That means we don't look alike. We're not identical. No, he's shorter. We look resemblance, like, okay, you guys are brothers, but twins, like, boom. All of a sudden, But it's okay, though. We live happily ever after. Eventually, the car insurance deducted when we hopped on our own because we were on our dad's insurance the first time. And, that was that. But let's get back on the topic about men's mental health, okay? It's been predominantly shown that men's mental health has been overlooked, even amongst other men. And even older men, it seems that they're in pain as well. Like, they grew up knowing that their fathers and their father's fathers said, feelings for men? What are you, a bitch? What is this? Men's not supposed to have feelings? I'm like, hold up. So we just an empty cocoon where we just work hard, provide for the family, and that's it? We come home just for some casual sex when a woman feels like it? Okay. I mean, and what I believe nowadays that relationships has been steady decline in terms of faithfulness and trust between the male and female species. From the male species side, from the male side, it's gonna be about okay, whether I could trust this woman, or whether she gonna hold me down, or whether she can also satisfy me. And on the woman's side, it's gonna be about basically the same thing, like, or whether how, or more of what can he do for me, and what can he provide me. You know how double-sided that is? Like, okay, you want me to provide for you, work for you. We back in 2021, like, baby, ain't nobody really making that much money right now. So either you gotta be creative with it, or you gotta start working on your own, because that ain't gonna fly here. Plus, homes nowadays, like, with my new place, is $16.25 for rent. I don't know if there's water included. Well, we're gonna look upon that once more information is provided, but that's on the low side. And that's not near where I live right now. Like, $16.25, that's pretty cheap for an apartment. That's so much. I mean, with this house, that's how much mortgage is. That's how much mortgage is for many people. But, you know, this is what was available to us, for us, you know. And I don't mind Athens, you know. It's everywhere is pretty spread out, so no one's up close up each other's butt. It's a quiet place. I don't mind it. I like the people that I'm moving in with. I know them for practically my whole life, so I don't have any problems with them for the long run. But one thing I do have to learn is it's definitely there's no way I could do that on my own. Because where I live right now, this is the highest paying job, and I'm not struggling, but it's hard to move up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the other place, my place, where it's at, I would have more chances of getting a higher income, but way it is now, it's been like, yo, there have been chances where I could save money. And I do look upon that. I just see it as an experience. But, you know, that's just the life I choose to live, and that's just my choice. So it's my consequences I gotta pay for. I mean, it's not that much of a consequence, but, you know, it's cool. And I also gotta talk, and that comes upon mental health, because it's mental wealth. Like, let's just say, you know, you live with your parents, and your parents do good for themselves. Like, let's say combined incomes $200,000. You know, that's very good. Even just cutting in half, one person makes $100,000, another person makes $100,000. Now that's not take home money, just because tax is gonna be included into it. And especially if they have kids, that's not really gonna end up a lot, but it's still a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's not gonna end up as much as y'all may think it is. Like, kids gonna be expensive. Like, look at, like, let's say put in your lifestyle. Like, okay, I got new Jordans coming out. Jordans gonna cost around, new ones nowadays, good. Let's depend on your size. Let's say you want, you know, let's say me, it's gonna be around $200, $300. Okay, that's a size 13. Most shoes that come out, you're gonna come on the lower size, like size 10. I'm a size 13, so either I gotta get mine custom made, or pray to God they have it online, because there's no way they're gonna have it in store. I don't shop at the store no more at that point. And let's look at your clothes. Like, okay, got Nike fit. Nike hat alone is gonna cost around, I don't know, like 30. I'll say 15 to 30, I guess. I don't know how expensive Nike hats are now, as I'm wearing one. It's crazy. Nike jacket, 110, I think it was, for a jacket. Okay. Joggers, holy Jesus Christ, why do joggers gotta be $60? For what? These joggers better come with $60 in the pocket. Like, I don't know why I gotta pay $60 for it. Like, for what? And then look at Nike shirts, 30, 35. That's not bad, I guess. If we're talking activewear, that's okay because it's made for a specific purpose. But you talking about graffiti? Nah, bro, that's a regular t-shirt, my guy. I ain't look at other amenities like just use them and your lifestyle to say, okay, parents bought you TV, PS4, this Christmas, that means they balling on that and not including themselves. So a lot of that is not gonna remain. Just keep it a buck. And if you use the lifestyle, next thing you know, you're out here on your own, no work experience, no fundamental education, because your parents were providing you, and you have no idea how much money you can use and how much money you can gain. Oh, let's talk about struggle life. Like you used to such a high rich life. Well, not high rich life, but a high profitable life. And going down to middle class. Well, like a lower middle class. Where I am right now, I'm in a low class. I mean, I have a home, so I'm not broke. But I'm far from rich. I know that for a fact. I don't care. I can make $70,000. I can still consider myself broke. I promise you that. Broke is a special word, and it gives you much power. It gives you control too. If you say you're rich, then everybody's gonna want a piece of that. Every girl gonna be like, "Hey, what you doing? You gonna take me out?" You can take me out? What are you doing? This is an investment. You gotta invest some money into this before you can reach me. Let's say you broke. Most people gonna stay away from you. Well, the fake ones gonna stay away from you, and the real ones will remain. That's all you're gonna need. The more money you have, the more eyes is upon you, and the more fake people will be near you. That's just a fact. Okay, if I drive around in a Corvette, I promise you, random dude's gonna hit me up and say, "Hey, yo, I see that Corvette, bro. You wanna slide me $20?" No, I don't mind helping a fellow brother out, especially if I know him for a good couple years. I say at least 5. I'm like, okay, if we need 10, you know what I'm saying? I got you, bro. We need a ride? Okay, I got you. But if it comes repetitive, I'm going to just say no. I don't care what the situation will be in the end of the day. You can be like, hey, yo, I'm dead broke. I'm living out on the street. I'm sorry. No. I already spent about $50 on you. That's more than I should have spent on anybody besides myself and my family. That is not going to happen no more. Nah, I'm worth more than that, my guy, because, bro, it ain't it. That ain't it. I promise you that, And then you got to also look at future goals. Like, I obviously, what I want to do is physical therapy, But the way I go about it, how can I say this in a way? What I want to do by the time that I die, my dream is practically my mother's dream. It's a dream that we not agreed upon, but we envisioned for us and the family over 10 years ago, I think it was. Because I was young. I would think I was in middle school. So it was a good 6 years ago. Now I'm in third year in high school. No, I'm third year in college. 7 years ago? Around that time. And her dream was to basically build a neighborhood, right? And the house and all that kind of stuff, and to have the family move from Jamaica, New York, or wherever they're at, to come here, to come live in a central place. Well, at least for the older generation, like newer generation, they can go wherever they want to go, but at least they have a home to go back to at the end of the day. Like if someone was struggling, be like, hey, I gotta go back home. You already have a home, secondary home, basically. Especially for a family in Jamaica, because how can I say this? We are not living in a better life, but we have better opportunities. Right? Because one of my cousins just had a kid last year. Yeah, well, obviously last year. keep forgetting it's 2021. Ugh. Yeah, they had the kid last year, and the most exciting was my dad, and what he already planned for the kid. Like the kid already has a car, have a house. I'm like, damn, what was this when I was born? You know, I'm really excited. Basically, I understand where I want to go, but I don't have to do it right now. Like, I want to experience some stuff, knowing that a year was kind of taken away from me. Not really taken away from me, but it was grossly underhanded. And I don't want to overestimate what I can do in a year, then underestimate what I can do in like 10 years. You know, I don't have to build that neighborhood, that family neighborhood right now. I don't have to get my doctorate right now, or go to school right now. I'm still in school. Dad, mom, I'm still in school. Okay, I'm still in school. But I feel like I shouldn't rush it. I understand gaining education now is going to be very important, especially when unknowing times is coming upon us, especially when 2021 is starting out like this. But it is very important that we take our time slow, because even at 45, we're still young. Okay, one of my aunts, she recently passed away at 90 years old. 90 years old. I don't even plan myself on living past 75, to be honest. But I feel like at 75, I'm shitting myself. Yo, get me out. Take the bucket. I'm ready to go. This vessel broke down on me 10 years ago. You know, even it was less than 5 years ago, right? Grandfather, around, I don't even know how old he was. He was in the 70s, I think. He was like 65 at the time. The man cut down a tree. I wish I had the video of it so I don't sound like I'm bullshitting. But dead ass, the man literally had a machete. Now y'all know Jamaicans with the machete is probably the most deadliest things alive. Okay, bring a machine gun to the place, it don't matter. The man used a machete to cut down the whole tree. Fucked up his shoulder, but he still ended up cutting down the tree. At least to the point where the weight itself can just outbounce, just like blah. You know what I'm saying? Just like timber. You know? I mean, that was the dopest thing I've seen ever since I was younger. So I was like, shit, the man can do that at 65. Fuck it. I'm gonna chop down 5 trees in 10 years, bro. Promise you, I'm gonna get big and stuff. I'm like, yeet. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I got real swords for it, okay? I got real swords for it. You know, this is the newest. This is the new. Okay, I'm just gonna let y'all know this is a new kind of thing. All right. I got this sword this Christmas from a very special person. It is kind of fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, cause I did kind of use it. But you see how this is my way? Who needs guns? Like, come on now. This is a pure weapon from back in the day. Now, I did get this recently. It wasn't supposed to come until the next 6-7 days in a week. So I was like, when I saw it last night, no, it came yesterday. When I saw it last night in my room, I was like, I didn't know my mom saw it. She was like, damn, I'm gonna stab this man in the freaking eye with this. I'm like, you gotta come get me first. Like I said, it is lighter weight. I just wanna point that out. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it is lighter, sharper, most definitely, more expensive, probably. But you know, I can really do some damage with this. You know what I mean? But besides, I just want to show that off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, let's get back to our regular scheduled program. Okay. Now let's go back to life. You know what I'm saying? Life is what I remember. Kevin Hart. I don't know. He had an interview, right? He answered this question, and I don't remember what the question was. I just know his response was, "Life is like chapters." Right? We don't know how many chapters the book will provide, but we all know it won't be the end. Like, if there's ending one chapter, it only begins another. And I took that to heart because I was like, okay, I don't think not many people know how long the book can be, right? In terms of how can I say this? I mean, some only end up with one chapter, some end up with 100, 110, some end up with just 45. And it's okay, because then other people can also look at the book and also learn from it. You know what I mean? In terms of people wise, it's good. But the one thing you should always remember that you are always young. You're never old until you think you're old. Like, until you stop moving at all, you are still young. But remember your age, you know what I'm saying? You don't wanna do something and fuck it up. Like, grandfather, yeah, he cut down a tree with a machete. Okay, the most Jamaican thing he could ever do. The most Jamaican thing I've ever seen. But he did fuck up his shoulder badly, and he forgot that he was 65. Congratulations, you did something not many people can do at 25, but still. I don't. Yeah. Alright, always remember when you're young, but never forget how old you are. Okay. Since we're talking about the future, let's talk about the present real quick. The pandemic. Man, oh man, oh man. If the pandemic did not come this last year, it wouldn't be so bad. We're still in a pandemic. It would not be as bad, to be honest. We had Donald Trump back in 2016. That was a bust. Now we have Biden. That is still a bust. Now we got what should we call it? The runoff, John Ossoff and Kelly Warnock, some Warnock person. I forgot. They're in office now, so the Senate's run by Democrats. But that has nothing to do with the pandemic. But the pandemic, ooh, Jesus Christ. 2020 was a year for the pandemic. It was no cap. It was adding stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff, and then next thing you know, we had to go shut down. I was like, oh my god. I think Georgia State had a couple of cases where they was like, hey yo, go home, or if you can, go home. Bro, don't stay here unless you really want to just suffer through it, or stay in the dorms and little hotels they have over there. Right, you go home, bro, because don't come back until we for sure. And when school ends, y'all dipping, all y'all leaving. Hey, this buildings will be vacated, okay? Everybody gone. And not to make it worse, jobs? Oh my gosh, bro. Let's just talk about the workplace. So the workplace is already bad enough because everybody's on high tension, high alert, and everybody's like, oh my god. Like, I legit, one of my jobs, well, not one of my jobs, the same job I have, but one of the locations I was at, there's two old ladies fighting because I guess this one short Mexican lady, she was standing behind this one black lady, and she was like, hey, I like for you to stay 6 feet apart just because I have high risk for COVID, or she has, like, if she had COVID, she would basically die. That's what she was saying. But why are you here? Stay the fuck home. Like, if you know yourself to be high risk for COVID, why are you here? Like, look at me in the eye, look at me in my face, and be like, hey, yo, you have reason to be here. You literally just bought lottery tickets. I understand if maybe lower money, you're trying to take chances, but like, you come at a time where it's not as busy. Like, if you see that many people are inside the building, and the location I was at was not that busy, you could have just come later in the freaking day if you really needed it. The same results would have happened. Or maybe better results or worse results. I don't know. Depends on who got the lottery ticket or not. But like, ain't nothing much going to change, from that point. And what made matters worse is that the fact that I had to be here with you. Not like I liked the job in the first place, but it's something that I do when I take the opportunity to do. Luckily, before the whole pandemic shit hit. Like, first of all, why are you here for a lottery? You know, majority of the time, many people don't win. It's like 1 out of 1,000,000 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the results. I know many people I've taken care of, they ain't not win. They still coming back doing lottery 10 years later. Like, what? That don't make no sense. Like, why? And first of all, if you rush the money, you know how fast the money will go? Because next thing you know, you're going to be like, okay, you're going to spend it responsibly, like pay off all your debt and all that kind of stuff, which is the right thing to do. And then you got to spend that money to replace the stuff that you just spent on. Half that money already gone for you just your debt alone. And then next thing you know, the other half of the money is already gone. And next thing you know, you just pile out more debt for yourself because you can't pay off the stuff that you already paid for using the lottery. And like, it's not like the lottery is like what it is now. Cause I think for Powerball and Mega Man, it's like 400 something million. Ain't nobody winning weeks or days or nothing like that. And yeah, regular scratch off, you can get 1,000,000, 100,000. Okay, you know, majority of people is not gonna spend that responsibly. Like they're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, new car on the way. What you talking about?" And you know, insurance gonna hit unless you're over 30, so it won't really affect you that much. There's gonna be a bigger problem. It's like, okay, bro, okay. And what we all forgot about, like during the whole pandemic, is that we all just kind of took a period. I believe the world stopped. The world legit stopped in our faces, and everybody was like, "Okay, bro, I'm gonna take a break." I'm like, bro, you don't have to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Just keep rocking, keep doing what you're gonna do. Like, keep up your dreams. Like, keep going. The people that kept on going is like not seeing the results. People that stopped was like, "Oh snap, maybe I should have stopped." You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, the whole rise of Forex trading, Bitcoin, and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's taking light to it, so that's now getting his light. When people who have been doing it taking profit of it, because it's teaching people that have just started on it. And the people then was like, I gotta spend the little money that I have just like so I can get even more money. Like use this investment to invest, to learn how to invest. I'm like, dang. There's a reason why there's not school in investing, you know, because I don't believe it's that complicated to the point where you have to spend $200 on a course that you have to take to learn from it. And then you can have that being waving off, however, canceled out, whatever it's called, for you not to pay that whole monthly fee or whatever. Alright, back to the scheduled program. Keep it up with your dreams. Yep, everybody should do that. The world take a stop. Forex trading and that kind of stuff on the rise now. And then the whole thing about everybody owning a business. Just because you own a business does not mean you're making money. You're just making your own profit. And then you got to spend that money to keep making your own profit. Like, okay, you can own a Chick-fil-A. Unless you're owning multiple Chick-fil-A's, it's not that impressive, to be honest. I know not many people can do it. And not people have the time or the strength and to do it. But it's like, come on, bro. Like, okay, you own a Chick-fil-A, great. You're at least making, outside of the whole budget thing, a good, depending on how successful it is, if it's like the highest successful, a good 2 million. Now, granted, 2 million is a lot. But then once you go on that tax bracket, once you enter into that tax bracket, there are people that are making like 14 million, like basically on the same level. Well, they're not on the same level. But you know, but then you also have to take on taxes, and then you gotta pay your employees and for any damages and all that kind of stuff. You also gotta pay your house, so you probably taking home 1 million just straight to the bank. But that is good. It's still good. Don't even get me wrong. Trust me, that is great. If someone lended me 1 million, I think I'll be smooth for a good 13 years. To be honest, and living comfortably too. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna use that. I have to work, bro. I'll be too bum bored to be work. Or at least start something, start a business or something like that. Take that money, take a small loan of $1 million to start something. Cause there's no way I can just sit around like for 13 years and not do nothing. Like, I'm gonna have like 15 swords by the end of the year. That's not even scratching the surface of 1 million. Like, bro, what? 1 million? Nah, okay, I would spend. How would I spend 1 million? I mean, I'll definitely pay off student debt, and I'll still go to school, and then use that money to give me time. I'll be paying for my school while I'm in school. I'm gonna set to get $500,000 just for school alone. I think that should be enough. And then when I leave, and have the other $500,000 when I do leave, to put in a savings account. So when I'm out of school, well, I'll probably do keep it in there for a little bit so they can build up interest and compound all that kind of stuff. But when I do leave, and let's say I started practicing in like next 15 years, by then I'm not trying to say probably, but I may have a kid. I don't know how life is gonna do it, but that kid's probably gonna be old enough to like either leave out of school, high school, elementary school, some school. Then I will take out that money and use it towards his education so he don't have to pay for it. So then he won't even start out with debt already. But he's definitely gonna be working on his own. Don't get me wrong, just because you got money, I'm gonna support you. But like, you ain't finna be laying around here. What's your name? Donald Trump? No, it's not. It's whatever first name, middle name, Price. Alright? PRYCE, not PRICE. We ain't do that. No. What is this? No, we ain't doing no regular price. Like, what the you asking price? Okay, bitch. Shut up. But man, if I had a loan of $1 million, you know what I could do? I'm not gonna buy no sports car. There's no way. There's honestly no point. Because then I have to worry about car insurance, and then that $1 million would be gone out the window. You know how much car insurance is gonna be? Like $20,000 just for me alone. It's already like $400. Nah. And that's just with one car. A Nissan Altima for $400? Bro, that definitely overtaxing me. But I swear to God, if that car is gone, I better get that money back. Okay? All of it. Fuck what you talking about? Respectfully, okay? But heck no. I would say by the time I turned 25 and car insurance deducted a lot, like at least cut that by in half, the one car I would get is an Acura NSX. You know, because we Japanese over here. My dad's German. He's not from Germany, but you know, he's German engineer. BMW all the way. Like all the way. We just got a second one. We also got a thing for some of your families, right? I also got a question. If one of your, like, let's say you're a kid, not a kid, but like, you're my age, right? And one of your parents have like 3 cars. Would you be mad just because you have to pay for your own? Because my dad, he currently has 4. One of it is a project car, not really a project car, but a car he had old, you know, souped it up, all that kind of stuff, changed it. He's his own little square bubble thing, you know, his own safe space. And he also has one BMW 135i coupe, you know, 2 racing cars, you know, he goes on competitions with it and all that kind of stuff. It's like his little side project car for when he goes out with it. But he also has a truck. It's on 2020 Honda Rizard, I believe. I'm not trying to do this to flex. I'm just like trying to learn from y'all perspective. Because there's no way in God's green earth we are rich. No way. We will never take that title. We are not rich. But, you know, he also has that. And he also bought